Hi to everybody online. This is my Krups Dolce Circolo coffee machine, and I thought I would just show you how to use it and just a quick look at this machine. It's available in a different finish. It's about 4 different finishes: white, cream, red and this black colour with a grey surround. You'll see there is a lever here at the front for pushing down the hole on the pod. This is a pod machine that uses and solely requires the Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee pods you can buy in the supermarket or you can buy it online. I've been using the machine now for a couple of years and it's a really good machine. So we'll switch it on. There's an on button here. And you'll see that there's beautiful LED lights that come up that show off the water tank. Now there are 3 rungs here that you can see at either side of the machine, and there's a drip tray with a removable metal grid. Once you push that back in, you can really have 3 different cup sizes that can fit into the machine. So for example, that would give you cup size, and then your espresso size can also fit it here. Very easy to push in and a really good quality feel. So we're going to use coffee mug first of all. Slide that in. You make sure that you've got enough water, and you can see the water level, which is quite handy with the clear glass. And you just take out the tank and so, and that's the tank there. Fill it with water. Now the machine, being so design-led, doesn't have a water filter built in, so you could use your own water from a water filter jug, and it just snaps into the back of the machine beautifully. And that's the water tank now, and you can just see right through it. Then you would lift out the pod tray, which is that there, and you would select from your mocha or cappuccino or other varieties by Dolce Gusto 1 white milk pod, which is that, and then your coffee pod. In this case I'm actually going to make myself a mocha. Now generally the Dolce Gusto machine follows the same format as Nespresso when they first came out on the market with their Krups and Magimix machines, whereby they didn't stop the water automatically, and now Nespresso have brought out machines that stop the flow automatically, which means that you don't have to do anything. You just put a cup in, press a button and it's done. With the Dolce Gusto formula, that hasn't yet changed, so that is why if you look on the box it actually tells you to put in 110 ml of the hot chocolate powder and then 110 ml of the powder for the milk. When I say the powder, I really mean the 110 ml of water, which this machine will supply. Before I even show you, the machine has a connection at the top marked red or blue for cold water and red for hot water. Dolce Gusto have since brought out cold drinks on the market, which I'm not that keen on, but it does give you that option to have cold water, but it doesn't have a built-in chiller, so the water, whatever temperature you put the water in, it's just going to come out the same. So that's what that does. So I'll put in my milk capsule first of all, and then you just press that down, put the cup in, and then turn the knob at the top to get the hot water. And it only takes a couple of minutes for this to heat up because the green light is showing that the machine is ready to go. Doesn't make a great deal of noise, which is a good thing. And I've generally been making coffees with this machine for a number of years, so I know the amount that it can go through and the amount that it produces a good drink without it getting too watery. Now with the machine you also get this really handy drip tray for the pods to be chucked out, and the beauty of it is it actually fits in the recess really well. So when it's not in use, for example, we'll switch it off, that fits in there beautifully, and it's a great thing. But the only thing I would suggest that you do is you put a plastic bag in there to line it, so there's no other mess incurred. Okay, now that that's done, we'll take out our drip pod, put in the hot chocolate powder, press down, put the cup in, select hot. And that's now the chocolate dropping into the cup, as you can see. So again, you have to keep stopping the machine manually. It's now blinking red because it's telling me that the water's still heating up, and now it's turned green to confirm that the water's ready to go. And there is my mocha ready. I don't know if you can see how frothy that is. I'll see if I can zoom in and show you. There you are. You get a fair idea of how frothy that is. And it's got quite a thick consistency on it. You can see how frothy that milk foam really is. And it doesn't take long for the hot chocolate and the milk and the coffee to combine together. And that really gives me a nice warm, or I would say rather hot cup of coffee. And that's your coffee ready. And you'll just see from the way that that is rising that eventually the coffee will rise. So you just give it a couple of minutes for it to prepare. The downsides to this are that the Dolce Gusto formulas are only available in selected different blends that they do. And of the blends that I like, there's one called Lungo, which can only be bought from mail order from Nespresso Dolce Gusto online. You can, however, buy mocha, hot chocolate, cappuccino and skinny cappuccino in the supermarket, as well as espresso and older boxes of Americano. The downside is that you don't have a box full of milk capsules on their own, and you can't buy the milk capsules for the skinny cappuccino on their own either. So you really are left up to the detriment of using as many milk capsules per coffee or hot chocolate, and then find with the new box that you haven't got enough to go around, particularly if you've got more than 2 or 3 members in the family who like the Dolce Gusto coffee. Generally, it's a really easy machine to clean down. All that you would do is take a damp cloth and remove the drip tray and give it a once over. Microfiber cloth, no agents, and just lightly clean it. And you can clean the tank at the back as well. And that's it really done. Drip tray, clean it out. Give that a wee wipe. Pops in beautifully. And that's the Dolce Gusto Krups Circolo espresso machine.